Om Shri Paramatmane Namah. The ways of God always remain unknown. How can finite man know the infinite God? Nobody can know. Anything can happen any time, in any form. There in this hall at the end where these portraits of some deities and saints are there, there is a portrait of a great saint of modern India, one of the greatest, Swami Sharananandji Maharaj. And on that portrait are written some of his words. There is an organization. They have made it for themselves or for the public. They took some words from his books and got them on that portrait. It came to my mind that even translation will be insufficient. You will not be able to understand the deeper meanings, even when the translation is there. And to the best of my ability I try to do, because the sayings of great saints carry with them and in them certain spiritual truths. In a very condensed form. They are capable to say things in very few words, which are said in books, volumes. So it came to my mind to again help you. He may carry the translation, or some of you may have the idea to have the translation. But then perhaps with the translation, if some more explanation is there, it may be of help. There are words of deep wisdom. Many saints say certain things which, if we understand them correctly and then follow them only, leaving everything else, we can realize, we can find the truth, we can experience the truth. I take up the translation of every line and then I will try to explain to you. The first line given there is, the translation of the line is, every work God's worship and every event God's play, Leela. The gist. If this comes to the life of any man or woman, life will become divine. People have a tension about work. People feel burdened by work. There is a large number of people who do not want to work. If somehow they can manage, they would like to earn money without work. Such people have not started the spiritual journey consciously. And the saint starts from work. This is the beginning of spirituality. Even those who avoid work can never be spiritual in the true sense. This I am saying, there are some people who think that if we work, how we will realize the self. No, that's wrong idea. Anyway, as regards work or activity, There is a category of activity or work which are said to be prohibited, should not be done. Bad things is stealing, earning money by deceiving others, for example. Then another category of work is performing one's duty. A spiritual journey starts from performing one's duty. One who does not perform duty sincerely, honestly, cannot evolve. But even performing duty remains a burden. Then after some time, or after the due time to the soul, a change comes. Duty becomes service. A change in attitude. In duty there is a burden of work. In service one starts having a little element, a greater element of serving others, deriving happiness. But even when work becomes service, there is that purified ego. How I serve others. I am better than others. There are people who need service. I am the one who does service. I am better than others. This ego should also go away. Then work becomes worship. The difference is, in service so far work remains service. So far work remains duty. I get so much money, I work for so many hours. There is exchange. In service, money becomes secondary. The primary thing is to help others. But even then, I am the one who helps others. So I am nice, I am very pious. The ego. Then in the end, at the fourth stage comes, work becomes worship. What is the difference between service and worship? The difference is, in service, one who serves carries with him or her the idea that one is better than others. In worship, one who worships considers that one who is worshipped better than one's own self. The object of worship, the person whom we worship, God whom we worship, even the father if I start worshipping, or the mother if I start worshipping, then father and mother are more important than me. Ego is finished in worship. There is no place for ego in worship. Therefore the saint says, every work God's worship. But whatever work we may go on doing, the events will happen, good or bad. Then those events should be taken as God's play. If there is something favorable to me in the play, I should not take the credit. If something is unfavorable to me, I should not accuse. I should not complain. This attitude should develop. Now the next sentence is very nice sentence. The translation is like this: world is the training to meet God. World is the training to meet God. It can be translated with differences also, because subtle things said in a particular language cannot be said in the same manner in any other language. These languages have their own history, cultural history and all those things. So, world is the training to meet God. Somebody may say, world is the training ground for finding God, experiencing God. But the essence for understanding is, why these good and bad events are happening every day in the world? They are happening for our training. We are trained by the events. When some favorable event happens to us, we should not become victim of the wave that comes inside. Oh, I am very lucky and I am a special person. And when something unfavorable happens to us, the same what I said earlier, we should not complain. In this way, if the correct training happens, then a stage will come, a person will understand that every training institute has its own time and the training must be finished before the time comes to an end. There lies the intelligence, because the institution has got to be left. So before the time comes for death, I must be trained in this world to rise above the temptations of the world. In this way, this world is the training to meet God, and if I am able to rise above the temptations of this world, the pleasures of senses remaining in the world, then I will find God. Definitely, why not? So this is the training, the world is the training. We should take it. The world should not be taken a place for leisure, luxury and eat, drink and be merry. Take it as a training place, training ground. And if the training is complete, God will be experienced. World is a training to meet God. Next sentence, whoever lives a correct worldly life, to him alone God experience happiness. Important thing. Whoever lives a correct worldly life, to him alone God experience happiness. Therefore, those who want to have God in life have to lead a correct worldly life. What is correct worldly life? The question will arise. In all the religions of the world, those correct ways of life are the same. All religions teach us we should not steal, we should be loyal, we should be sincere, hardworking, we should not be greedy, we should not have lust in life, we should not have anger in life. And a very interesting thing, the saint says after that, in the same sentence, whoever lives a correct worldly life, to him alone God experience happiness. And in the same sentence he says, then if such a person has no time, then God himself visits him. God will say, all right, you are so busy in your duties. Leading correctly life can be summarized even in one sentence. Leading a life of performance of honest duty. Duty is everywhere. Duty towards your wife, towards your child, towards your parents, in your office, everywhere. So, if a person is leading the correct worldly life and is so busy in having the correctly life that not finding time to remember God, then someday God may say, oh listen, I am waiting for you for such a long time. Can't you give some time to me? There is a temple in the south there. The name of the temple is Bittur temple, in perhaps Maharashtra, one of the states. The story goes that boy was so much dutiful towards the parents, he would not sleep till the parents have slept, and he was giving message to the feet and serving the father and the mother the whole day. And in the night then he would not sleep unless they have gone to sleep, like that. Busy always doing service, always doing. Lord can be unmanifest, can become manifest any time. Manifestation, non-manifestation, these words are for us, the human beings. For Lord it is the same. Lord can be without form. Any time, any form can be assumed by Lord. Lord is Lord, all powerful. So Lord got some form and then he stood at the back of the boy, by the side of the door, waiting that if he gets time, I have come. Let him. He did not pay attention. Somehow inside in the heart the feelings must have come. When he did not pay attention, then the story is, Lord said, oh listen, I am here waiting for quite some time now, standing at the door. Can you pay attention to me? The story is, he said, at this time I have no time. I am so busy in the service of my father and mother. You can wait. And he was sitting on 2 or 3 bricks with which we made these walls. He was sitting at that time on 3 or 4 bricks. One of the bricks, without seeing towards the Lord, he brought out from underneath him and he pushed. You can sit there, I have no other time. Sit there. Wait. Doing my work. Bitul means where the Lord sat down in waiting. Okay, whenever you are free, then I... Lord is never away from us, always in us, with us. Only this curtain of desires, worldly desires, is creating the problems. Anyway, if such a person has no time, then God himself visits him. Next line. Very good. One's own happiness increases by sharing one's own happiness with others, the saint says. One's own happiness increases by sharing one's own happiness. Sharing your happiness with others means sharing your favorable circumstances with others. Sharing your happiness with others does not mean that today you are happy and bring champagne and let us, not that. Sharing your happiness means sharing your favorable circumstances with those with whom those circumstances do not exist. You are happy because you have more money than your needs. Therefore, share your money with those who have no money. You are happy because you are having a very healthy body. Share this body in the service of those who are weak. You are happy because you think you are very intelligent and a man of knowledge. Share this knowledge with those who are not so knowledgeable on it. Sharing your happiness means not opening the bottle of champagne and doing all that. One's own happiness increases by sharing one's own happiness with others, and one's own unhappiness decreases by sharing others' unhappiness. Everybody wants to increase one's happiness. So for increase of happiness, he has said, now this saint says, everybody wants to decrease one's unhappiness. How my unhappiness should go away? The saint says about that, one's own unhappiness decreases by sharing others' unhappiness. For any reason a person is unhappy, having sympathy and trying to help the person in those circumstances which are making unhappiness to the other person. Then your unhappiness will decrease. Next, the body should become manure for the world garden. You sow the seed for the plants, and then the plants grow. But that the seeds grow, they become plants only when you water them and when you put the fertilizers and if you put certain things in them which are needed. You understand my point? These plants just don't grow like that. They need certain things. They are food. Manure is the food for plant, as we need this food. Milk and all that. Candy, whatever you do. So, why he has said this? This plant comes into existence by the transformation of that manure. The manure gives its life. One thing gets transformed into another. So, for the world, let this body be used up. Let this body be put in service. The body is not to have the pleasures of senses, because One day it has to go to the cremation ground, to the burial ground. It has to go. Before that, this body is to be used in the service of others, as manure is used in the garden to give birth to seeds in the form of plants. The body is to be used for the world, like that. The body should become manure for the world garden. Ego should become devoid of pride. Ego means I. This I, one cannot completely eliminate it. But the saint says that, well, let the I continue. Take out the pride out of it, pride. You remain simple I am there. Don't say, I am beautiful, I am wise, I am strong, I am rich, I am professor, I am engineer, I am a singer. Eliminate these things, pride. Finish. Simple remain I. In fact, this even I, the word there is ahem. I, you will understand certain things are there. Even I gets reduced to isness, to be. But for practical purposes, there is nothing wrong with the I if the I is not having pride in it. Pride is the problem. Ego should become devoid of pride, and heart should be filled with divine love. In this lies the fulfillment of human life. Body to be used for the service of the world as manure is used in the garden. And I-ness, the ego, may stay in the world without having any pride, without taking any credit to itself. Next sentence. Pain of the present is the achievement of the future. Whatever is to be achieved in the future, it is achieved only when it is not with me at this time. Oh, I have not experienced God. This pain in the present will enable us to have God experience someday. This is the meaning. Whatever causes pain, it starts going away. Another point. Whatever causes pain, it starts going away. Take this very example. The absence of God, the feeling of absence of God creates pain. Then this absence will start going away. Subtle point is there. Whatever causes pain starts. I am giving another example. I know that greed is bad, but even then I am greedy, suppose, and there is pain. If there is pain, greed will start going away. I know anger is bad. I should not be angry, but even then I become angry. If there is pain for this bad thing, anger, then anger will start going away. Pain should be there. Without pain it does not. So whatever causes pain, it starts going away. And whose absence causes pain, it starts happening. Absence of God causes pain. If absence of God causes pain and goes on causing pain, God starts happening inside. Whatever causes pain, it starts going away. This is for those negative things actually here to be understood. I gave another example also, that separation from the Lord, suppose, causes pain. Separation will start going away. And removal of separation means meeting the Lord. But for better understanding, those negative things in life which many of us have for a long time, we want to get rid of them, but they are not going away. If the pain is very acute, then they will start going away. Whatever causes pain starts going away, and whose absence causes pain? It starts happening. God's absence causes pain. God starts coming into experience, step by step. Next line. If you want to live peacefully, then be free by performing the essential work. The essential work in the present must be performed if you want peace of the mind. You are a lazy person. You have to do something today definitely. But then you say, I will do it. All right, let me take some rest. The saint says, if you want to live peacefully, then be free by performing the essential work. Don't ignore the essential work. Duty, perform duty at once. Don't delay it. Actually, he is saying, don't have the habit of postponing the essential work. Don't postpone. Next. Very nice thing. All things are nice anyway. Whoever wants something, gets something and does not get something. Whoever wants something, gets something and does not get something. Everything is not necessary you get. You have some desire. Some desire fulfilled, some desire may not be fulfilled. Generally it happens. One who does not want anything gets everything. Everything means God. Only they realize God who want nothing. The saint is saying. The realized one. These are the words of him who got realized, who had God in his life, undoubtedly. Therefore, to have some worldly desires is a matter of loss. It is not a matter of benefit. Because something we will have, something we will not have. Why should we not be wise to have everything? Therefore, don't desire anything. Nobody wants loss. Why should we have loss in our life? If we want something, something we may have, but something we will not have. If we want everything, don't want anything. Then everything will be there. God will be there. Next line. In the eyes of the servant, not world but God exists. Not world but God exists. This very world becomes God. She is no more now in the physical form, and she was here in India, though born in Europe. But had she been here, I would have taken her name, Mother Teresa. In her eyes there was no world, because she became servant to the whole world. It was her motto. The life, whole life is given. The poorest of the poor are to be served by me. Unimaginable work by great mother, Mother Teresa in Calcutta. So to find God here in the world, we have to serve the world. Next sentence. Service eats up animosity and creates love. Bad feelings are finished when somebody starts serving somebody. In the eyes of the servant, not world, but God really exists. That is the meaning. Really exists. Service eats up the feeling of animosity and gives birth to love. Next sentence. Love in action is service. As discrimination or wisdom, it is relinquishment. Giving up. there is something he or she wants, you also want, and you love him or her. If you have the love, then you have it. Relinquishment. Love in action is service. As discrimination or wisdom, it is relinquishment, giving up, leaving things. And emotionally, it is lovingness. Emotionally, it is lovingness. Love is lovingness. The last sentence. The very texture of a servant of humanity get transformed into the element of love and intimacy. The very texture of a servant of humanity gets transformed. The words which here in Hindi, these words are carrying the deep sense. It is very difficult to convey in any other language, because words have their own history. Words carry the cultural history also. In every country, not here only, in every country, cultures differ, the words carry. So he is saying every particle of the existence of a servant of humanity gets transformed into the element of lovingness and intimacy, atmiyata. It is difficult to translate atmiyata. You feel your closeness to the whole world, to everybody. You are one, your oneness. Oneness probably will be better. Oneness. Yes, oneness. No, not intimacy. The element of love and oneness. Oneness with the whole humanity. There does not remain that feeling of separateness and oneness. Now there are two questions. One is by a seeker about donating one's limbs after death for the use for other persons, for charity, donation of organs for charity. The seeker wants to know my opinion. One is free to donate after death the organs, one may not. But one thing I recommend, donate yourself before death. I like that much. That is my definite suggestion. You may donate, may not donate the limbs after death. You are free. But try to donate your whole existence, all the limbs, the head, the heart, the mind, the body, the in the service of the humanity before death.